Hello and welcome to the first writerly witterings of 2020, which is quite a shock to the system when you think it's now 2020. Cheers. For the first one of the year, I thought I would just give a quick rundown of what I did last year and what I'm intending to do this year. So, last year I managed to complete my assessment of a huge number of different inks. In fact, a very huge number of different inks, well over 100, just in the diamine range. I also started embarking on looking at all kinds of different notebooks, which are now carefully stockpiled on my shelf. Isn't that pleasing? There's a lot of them, an awful lot of them. And in fact, while I was doing it, I thought I'd better tidy up some of my office. So I've now got all of my stock of titles on bookshelves. So I've got Fields of Glory, Blood on the Sand over there. I've got all sorts of audio books going down the middle. These are all the Knights Templar series, and now I've got to see if I can readjust this camera, because as you go down there's more Templar series: Traitor of St Giles, Sticklepath Strangler, Squire Throwley's Heir, Templar's Penance, whoops, and then City of Fiends, more audio books. And all the way down, there are lots and lots of books, which is nice, because having tidied up that lot and got them put away sensibly, I've now got a bit more space here at my desk, which is nice in its own right. Can't use my glasses still because the camera doesn't like to focus on my face when I'm wearing glasses. Bizarre, I don't know why. Hey ho. But I did find lots of other things. I found a nice little booklet all about Inspector Morse, written by Colin Dexter. It was basically a pamphlet that he had produced as a profile, because he had so many questions that were similar when he went to do events and so on, that he had this produced so that he could give it out, because it answered most of the questions. Nice idea. I might do that one day, you never know. Then again, I discovered my notes from my Smithsonian Journeys tour guide thing I did this year when I was resident expert, and I've got this nice talk all about Agatha Christie, which at some point I think I might record as a video for the interest of those people who are interested. Might do that. I also found an ancient notebook that I scribbled in 15 odd years ago. Lots of comments on books that I was working on at the time, ideas for swords, ideas for daggers, ideas for novellas. It's bizarre actually going back and seeing just how bad my handwriting was. Put these out of the way. What else did I discover? I discovered this envelope. This envelope's interesting because 20 years ago, it was 20 years ago, actually not 20 years ago, it's 2004, I was in charge of, I was the chairman of the Crime Writers Association, and so I had to go out to the States and organise a series of talks with the Crime Writers Association out there. So I had nice little notes from Stephen Booth and Barbara Nadell and Claire Littleford and Marion MacDonald and Caroline Carver and John Rickards, loads of people giving me donations to help towards a little drinks party that was happening in Las Vegas when we were there. That was a fun trip too. I'd like to go back to the Beltricon again. Sadly, with finances the way they are, it's not very likely. But hey ho. So that was interesting. And then I discovered notepads need a damn good clean. Look at that lovely bit of soft leather for an A4 notebook. And at the time I was working for a company called Bluebird Software, which was IBM's biggest software house in the UK for AS400 software. You wanted to know that, didn't you? And this is dated 1991. So we went off to Cannes in the south of France, 1991, as an achiever. You can tell I was an achiever because it has MPJ in gold lettering there. Very impressive. But yeah, we went out there because we did an awful lot of business and it was great. I was there for a year in Bluebird Software. After 1 year, that was enough. They went bust. Hey ho. It's a story of my working career, unfortunately. Nice note there that I wrote to Pelican because they lent me a beautiful, beautiful pen for testing. This is another notebook. This one I bought in 1982, I think, when I was working at Kingston upon Thames, just outside London. And this has served me well for many, many years. It's good hard leather. Really nice piece of work, that. And then I discovered... What else did I discover? I discovered, for no particular reason, a book on Canada. I like Canada. I've been to Canada many times. I used to go there for holidays. But what it was doing on my desk, I haven't the faintest idea. So anyway, I've tidied up my office. What is going to be coming up in the new year? I've been writing about paper and pens, and I'm going to be doing more of it. So if you're bored with the sound of me wittering on about pens and inks and papers, tough. But there's an interesting one this year. As you will all know, I have used extensively my Midori Traveller's Notebooks. I keep wanting to call them Time Traveller's Notebooks, but they're just Traveller's Notebooks. They are splendidly easy to shove in a pocket, whatever coat you're wearing. They are remarkably simple because they just have simple drawstring and then you're straight into your notepad. They're wonderful, they feel lovely, they look great, even when they've been scuffed and marked or soaked in water because you left it out in the rain by accident one day. Doesn't actually change the look and the feel of these wonderful notepads. But I have never tried journaling. I have never really kept tabs on what I've been doing with YouTube or Patreon or any of the other social media I work on. These things have been mainly used for keeping track of books I'm working on. But I am using more and more other devices, Leuchtturm books and others, to keep track of my books and other things. And now that I've been given this absolutely wonderful William Hanna book cover with sheaves of paper inside it, it does smell wonderful. I think I'm going to start using these more often. Now, William Hanna have been very good and given me a lot of paper to work with, and I'm going to be using this and journaling with it and doing more planning and organising of my working life using this. So these will be used for wandering around the streets, and then when I am working at home to make notes of what I've been doing during the day for my future reference, I think I'm going to be using these. I've never tried journaling or keeping a diary before, so it's a bit of a daunting prospect, but it's also rather interesting. It's an intriguing concept. I think it'll be interesting for me to look back in years to come and see what I was doing, what I was thinking, if I was thinking, indeed. So there you go. This year, pretty much a load more of the same, but slightly differently. And in a tidy office. There's intriguing for you. Right, now, I have to just make quick mention of the normal things. Thanks for watching this. If you're interested in supporting this do please go down to the bottom where there's a link to my Patreon account. If you go into that, you can help support this channel, which is nice for all of us. It keeps me happy, it keeps you happy, and it means that I can keep paper in my William Hanna notebook. But if you have other comments you wish to give me, go to the comments section where you can add them. Then please hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button if you want to be notified when a new thing's coming through, hit the share button so you can tell other people about it. And apart from that, thanks very much for watching. Thanks to all of you who subscribed last year. We're up to over 4,000 subscribers now, which I find staggering and delightful. So thanks a lot for watching. Do please keep on watching through the year, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. In the meantime, this is a mixture of Lapsang Souchong and Assam tea, and it's quite delicious, so I'm going to go back and finish it now. Thanks all for watching. Take care. Bye. The Sticklepaw Strangler. Hey, that was a good one. You still there? Go on, shoo.